as much as the rest of us do.
Just a quick second, guys. I just want to, sorry, Clay, I just want to jump in. I just got the broadcast live, guys, on the Cobra YouTube channel. So, just a quick second here. Welcome back, guys. We're going to hit up, guys, here Friday night from Phoenix with the Taddy 250. And we're, like I said, you probably caught the end a little bit of our guest, Chewy, that joined us, going to join us for the booth. And, but once again, we got broadcaster Clay here, and I'm going to turn it back to him. So, yeah, take it away, Clay.
Also got Chewy in here with us tonight. I don't know if you mentioned that. But continuing talking to Chewy a little bit, you talked about moving Masopes down to Xfinity, and he just got the win with some late race strategy there, getting it done.
Yeah, truthfully, I talked about it with a couple of the guys just after the race that the caution, truthfully, it was just a mistake on kind of a couple of guys, myself and Robbie. Me and Robbie were racing hard all night, and I got into the corner with Robbie, and me and him were racing hard all night. Just gave me a little shot when I went to go break into the turn for the last corner, and I just couldn't save it, and I didn't mean to get in the mills as well. I apologize, and yeah, just kind of came into a little of a mess on the restarts, the green-white checkered. Everybody's fighting for that position now. I took the 4 tires, and Miss Hopes had said he took the 4 tires when everybody took 2, and he said it's going to be a ballsy strategy, and it paid out. And to see him win, man, I was so happy with being the first Black Bear Racing win, and to be there. I wish we got it in Cup the first win, but you know what? I'm happy if he makes it in Xfinity, and especially for Miss Hopes. I've raced with him for a couple of years now, and the excitement, man, it sounded like he won the Daytona 500. Like, he was so happy.
Well, so we're good to join here. Sorry, I didn't want to jump in and interrupt you there, but we are good to join. The Cyogenic.
There we go. I didn't know much about Sio. That he was fast. That's what all I got was, this guy's fast, and he's kind of the one that we have to pick up.
Hamilton racing for Drunkfest in the 24 qualifies second. Third goes to Elite Precision. Xander RS Meatwagon in the 88, he qualifies fourth, and JCR Clashin brings it in the 5th spot for the starting 5 for this one.
I bet you the Xfinity race is fun to watch from the booth. That's 100%.
Yes, it was.
There was a lot of guys getting into each other because you have a different breaking point almost every single turn for everybody, and I truthfully really enjoyed it. I loved how the guys raced, and it was a fun race.
And so we're ready to go here for the Taddy 250. Cyogenic is out with the lead here, and he's got Hamilton right there just trailing him. Already moving up to that 3rd spot is the 88 of Xander, and he's going to be an interesting name to follow here tonight, looking back through the pack a little bit. Kind of just scrolling through the field here in the first little bit. It's been an interesting start to the year for a couple of your drivers there, Chewy. The 12 of Elite Precision, the 2 of Heredia. Kind of the 2 favorites coming into this year. You had 4 of the first 5 picks, and you had the first 2 picks, and those were your first 2 picks this year. You kind of paired them up, but they, the draft-dependent tracks like Auto Club and Daytona weren't really kind to them. Now, Elite showed out a little bit at Auto Club, but it ultimately was just the top 5 for him. But these 2 guys kind of struggling a little bit out the gate, but now we're starting to head to tracks where they are a lot stronger. And as a matter of fact, I picked Heredia to win tonight. He is my pick for the win.
Yeah, I talked to the guys the other night, just kind of seeing what's going on and what's happening. I looked at the points, and I saw all 3 of on my top drivers were, it was Elite, Hurdy, and Coyote sitting from 2nd to 4th in the points, and I was just like, you know what? I think they know what they're doing. I trust them. I feel like they're going to be fast. I feel like they're going to be strong. I'm going to let them run their races, and if they have anything, like me picking up Sio, they were like, this is a guy that can also help our team and make us stronger, even at the tracks that we're probably not going to be strong at. And I was like, okay, here we go. I'll make it happen.
Yeah, and I'm just kind of combing through the field here, taking a look at some different guys back here. Last week's winner, Mike G, finds himself in the back of the pack, and I find that to be super interesting. It just feels like top to bottom, this Cup Series is really strong.
Yeah.
You know, I'm sitting here and I'm doing the power rankings, and I'm like sitting there from like spots 3 to about 12, and I'm like, I don't know what to do with these guys because these guys are pretty solid. I see a little bit of lag going on. The 19 of Pete Cola, is he lagging a little bit? Might be lagging a little bit.
Might be a little bit. No, yeah, like I was reading the power rankings and I was like, man, to be that guy that makes those power rankings, it's gotta suck. It's like, because you'll have guys that go to tracks like Auto Club and stuff, and hey, Sauce was fast here last year, but at the same time, we just picked up like 20, 30 new guys who are the fastest in other leagues and and fastest in this game, and you don't know how to rank them because you go off last year's stats. Plus, we got these new guys who everybody knows is fast. What do you do?
Yeah, and we've got a battle up front here. It's kind of the 2 Litsum guys that qualified up here in the top 5 as well. You got the 3 of JCR clashing, who's going to go to the inside of the 24 of Hamilton, but it's Xander out with the lead. Now, Xander's been a bit of an enigma this year. He's qualified extremely well. He's ran in the top 5 a ton this year, but in both races, he's had some type of misfortune at Daytona. He forgets to pit at the end of stage number 1, falling back in stage 2. And then at Auto Club, unfortunately, getting caught up in a late race wreck that takes him out of contention. But he's got a pole to his name, and he's been really solid in that number 88 for Sauce over at Litsum.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, you can qualify fast, but the issue is, are you qualifying fast and maybe sticking with that slider when you go into the race and not adjusting? Because I know a lot of the guys for Xfinity are running 8 or 9s, and then they come down. What's up?
Do you have your on a loud voice? The guys hearing you in the broadcast.
I'll take a look.
Yeah, I just wanted to throw that out. While Chewy's taking a look at that, you know, he's talking about Clay a little earlier about the field, how strong it is here tonight. You know, a lot of times these, you know, leagues, they'll have like 4 or 5 guys be like multiple race winners. I was going through this field, Clay, and I believe every one of these drivers out here have had multiple in Cup. It just says a little bit about what's going on out here.
Yeah, so I'm kind of combing through the field here a little bit. There are a couple of guys trying to fight for a top 5 spot here that have not had great starts to the year. Let's talk about this 18 of Cyberon K Bionic, an addition over from Millennium. He has not had a great year. He's sitting 12th in the points right now outside of the playoffs. The draft track's not good to him, but he gets a really good starting spot here, and this is the Cyber that I expected to see this year, guys. He's been particularly strong at non-draft dependent tracks, and that's kind of where people make their money at in this game. You think about short tracks here like Phoenix. You think about the 1.5 miles. This is where Cyber's going to be strong, man. So he might not have had the first 2 weeks, but it's a pretty good look for him so far. As Chewy's going to look to figure out what's going on with his.
Yeah, Jose just messaged me, says he had all 3 of us now, so he was fixed. But when he gets back in here, we'll let him know that he's good to go.
And the other guy I was going to mention, and it looked like he might have gotten the wall a little bit there, was the 5 of Freedom Flyer. Freedom Flyer right now is where is he in the points? What is going on here?
I don't know if they can hear me yet or not.
Freedom Flyer
they
is...
Chewy, we should be...
They can hear. Should you hear me now?
Yep.
I should re-specify. I was looking at the wrong point. Cyber was 16th in the point standings after Auto Club last week, and he's riding up, trying to fight for a top 5 spot here. As well, the other guy I was going to talk about, the 5 of Always Freedom, aka Freedom Flyer. He was running up, fighting for a top 5 spot, and it's been a tough go for him. He's an excellent qualifier, but there's just certain tracks that give him such a hard time, and he finds himself in the top 10, and this is a great start to the race for him. Chewy, do we have you back now? I am not hearing Chewy now.
Yeah, I don't know if he's trying to talk or we just lost him again, but yeah, I had him when he first joined back in. So, Clay, do you have a stream up?
I do have a stream up. Yes, my stream is back up again.
No, but okay.
No, I muted. I just muted myself for a second.
Okay. But can we get a lap count? Does anybody got somebody else's?
Oh
stream
no,
up?
I don't have a stream up. I thought you were talking about
I can pull one up. I can pull one up.
Yeah, I can't find none. All the guys I have aren't streaming, so hopefully you guys got somebody else.
Go in the live streams chat. Heredia has his stream up.
I got it. They are on.
So there you have it. I mean, we just had a change for the race lead. You see the 3 of JCR clashing as well as the 2 of Heredia going around that 88 of Xander. Kind of maybe taking it easy here a little bit. And so they're just now crossing.
18 to 17 laps to go, in around there.
Okay, got it. So, and yeah, here you go. It's these 3 that are holding up in the front, and the 12 Elite Precision, who I expected to finish inside the top 5 and run in the top 5, is running in the top 5. And he said, I don't know if I'm going to be doing that tonight or not. And I said, well, you're third in the points, or second in the points. I think he's actually second in the points. And I'm like, you're going to be running top 5 tonight. That's another one of your drivers there, Chewy. A guy that previously to the Rookie Showcase races, you probably didn't know that much about.
I truthfully had no idea who I was drafting. I was just, you know what? Going off, truthfully and honestly, I said this to Chase earlier today. I was just going off of your guys' mock draft to see what was good. I kind of shot out of the dark where everyone's like, oh, well, Heredia and Elite and Pat are like the top 3 fastest. Those are the guys to watch for. And I was like, you know what? Okay. And they performed in the Rookie Showcase. Like, I was so happy that Heredia was okay with driving for me and Elite. They were excited to race together. And I messaged them both saying, hey, well, who would you want on your team? You want shoot me out of the dark? And they both jumped on saying Soaps and Coyote. They both really liked it. And then I had the opportunity to draft WX Mike, and I knew that made Elite happy. So
yeah, with those 2 guys being brothers.
Yeah.
They've been working together for a long, long time. I'll say an interesting move, putting them in separate series.
Yeah, the issue was, like, I talked to Mike, and I said, hey, man, like, you're fast. I know how fast you are. I know that you're consistent and stuff. I said, would you be okay if running Xfinity? And he jumped on it saying, yeah, I just want to drive. I just want to race. I want to compete. So I was so happy that when he said that, because I knew that he was just more or less happy to be on the same team as his brother. So
I want to jump back here real quick to the battle for 5th. You got Cyber battling it out with a 43 of Blakey T, the 17 of Sio, and the 9 of Sauce. Sauce having a really solid run here off the rip. This is battling in the back half of the top 10. Sio not having quite the start he wanted despite getting the pole. And I'll tell you what, with how talented this Cup Series is, we know Sio's pretty good, but he's got some learning to do, especially considering he hasn't raced around a lot of these guys. And that's kind of, something we've preached a little bit here, Chewy. Guys, this is 4 brand new lobbies if you want to include Super Trucks in with it. This is 4 brand new lobbies of guys that haven't raced around each other. Now, certain guys have raced with each other in different leagues, but when you put everyone together, these lobbies you won't find in other leagues.
Oh, it's like a hornet's nest. It's like a hornet's nest, man. Like I was saying this today when even Xfinity, you get stuck back in that. You're not in that top 5, maybe top 7. You're from 8th to back, and like everybody's so similar in speeds, and like everybody's fighting, and like you see it here. Like you get the top 3, top 4 guys out, and then it's just bang, group of guys just on top of each other, and it's going to be a tough race.
Yeah, and I know I've talked a lot so far in the Cup Series this year about the Millennium guys, but check this out. We've got Millennium guys sitting 3rd, 4th, and 5th right now. Of course, Xander, one of the front runners in the Cup Series over in Millennium, Elite, who was running in Millennium for a good time, and Cyber, who was actually the defending Cup champion in Millennium, that being Patents League. So these guys already running super strong here today. Blakey T also runs over there. Those are the 2 leagues that he runs in at this point in time, but just Millennium is a really strong league, and that's a big credit for Patents. So it's really nice to see his guys up here too. But this is what I'm saying. You consider guys from some of the top leagues that a lot of the people here share. You think of Cobra, you think of GC, you think of Millennium, you think of HPRL, you think of Midnight Racing when it was around. You think of a number of different leagues, don't you, Chewy? NCRL.
Yeah. Well, that was the thing. Not NCRL, and like even Canadian. Like me and Butters had talked about this earlier. Like trying to reach out to the Canadian motorsports guys. Like it's not that they were fast. It was they were consistent. They were there every week. They wanted to race, and they were racing clean. And like that's what I think Cobra kind of extended out to. Like they wanted the cleanest guys they could find, and like it was actually pretty cool. And like to actually be a part of that and try to help reach out to guys. And even still today, I get reached out by a couple guys asking, "Hey, how do I get involved in Cobra? What do I need to do to get up into the truck series, up into the Xfinity, and up into the Cup series?"
Yeah, with that, just a little added to that, guys. I just want, I truly believe these guys, with Patton and the Millennium guys coming over, I really do believe these guys want to race the best of the best on this game. That's why these guys are all coming together. We have guys racing over Millennium from Cobra also. So, like I said, I think these guys enjoy having the talent we do here, because I think they want to prove themselves, or prove to everybody that they are good. So I think they actually are looking to, want to be able to race the fastest guys in this game. That's the way I look at it, because the guys keep coming back and they keep putting on a.
I'll tell you who's not having a fun time right now. It's that 3 of JCR clashing. I can't tell if he's loose or tight one. He is really struggling. He not only has he lost the lead, but he's dropped to now a 5th as we've got the entire pack going by him. I'm not sure what's going on with this 3 of JCR clashing as he continues to free fall through the field a little bit.
Yeah, the Herdia caught him on the stretch going on turn 1 and 2, and it almost looks like the clashing just kind of moved over and just was like, yeah, man, like something's up, and I think he's just kind of preparing for the next stage and being okay with it, because yeah, points are points, but at the same time, like if you're gonna save your car and figure out what's going on, and I think it's better off not to try to battle so hard and find out where your weaknesses and strengths are.
Well, I'll tell you what, he continues his free fall through the field as more cars continue to go around him. I don't know if he's saving at this point or what's going on, but his pace has dropped off significantly. But meanwhile, it's the 2 of Heredia who has kind of ran away from the pack here a little bit. And then behind him is that 88 of Xander. And look at this 3rd place battle. We've got the 9 of Sauce and the 17 of Cyogenic. How about this effort from Sauce?
Yeah, Sauce is actually pretty good at Phoenix. We raced here in Canadian this past year, and Sauce was kind of playing that, oh, I'm not good here, and then he kind of turns out and he's like, wow, maybe I'm actually good here. No, Sauce is truthfully and honestly, I've raced with Sauce, and I remember Sauce when he first started.
Contact! 17 and 9 make a little bit of contact there, and that puts the 88 in a really bad position. I think he might have grabbed the wall a little bit. Quite the move by the 17. Quite the move by the 17 on the 9 there this early in the race.
88's in the wall again.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah, slow car in the bottom lane. I don't know if Blakey T got into him, but that was close. I know that for sure.
It was close. It's that 3 of Clash, and I'm not sure. He has some damage now to the front of that 3. We're wrecking. Is that the stage? That might have been the stage.
I hope that's the stage, because that was the stage.
Yeah, it had to have been.
Everyone wrecked.
Because that was up.
So the win would go to Herdia. I think then second would go to Sauce, right?
Yeah, and the strategy is already firing off. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know what just happened. A lot's happening here. Yes, that was the stage, it appears. Yep, so the stage order, Heredia goes first, second goes to Sauce, Cyanogen goes third, Cyber fourth, Blakey T fifth, Freedom Flyer sixth, Elite Precision 7, Mike G 8, Probably Your Dad goes ninth. We haven't talked about him tonight. He was our runner-up last week. And Hamilton rounds out the top 10.
Yeah, and Clashin falls one lap down. I think he gets the lucky dog on this pass, so...
No strategy to be had here already, but here we go. Moving on to stage number 2. We are ready to go. Look at the drive by Sauce down into 1 and 2, but it's going to be Heredia with the stronger line, but Sauce battles back on the outside.
That outside line here at Phoenix, it's strong, man. Like, I was using it tonight, and man, oh man, does it work.
Sayo made it 3 wide there for a second. And Sauce is going to drive back on the outside. Heredia in the middle of a 3 wide spot. He tries to clear himself on the nose of Sauce, and he is going to get it done, but ever so slightly there, Chewy.
Yeah. Well, I told these guys at the beginning of the season, man, like, you guys are the fastest ones. If you're going to do it out with your teammate, just duel it out, man. Like, it's I'm not going to be able to stop you. I'm not going to be able to do anything, but at the end of the day, you guys got to know your teammates as well. Go for the wins, but if you're going for the win and wrecking your teammate, that's kind of a stab in the back, right? They're helping you out all season, and then you wreck them for a win. It's like, what you doing, bud?
Right, we got a battle on going for 4th position here. Cyber taking the battle to the 5 of Freedom Flyer. It's kind of just, getting the runs into the corner, it feels like.
Yeah,
Freedom's looking for second now on Sayo. What a run by the 5.
For Phoenix, you gotta have that. Your car's gotta really turn into 1 and 2. You gotta have it like almost pivot itself, and then it's basically a straight shot you want to kind of have. You're almost diamonding it. 3 and 4 though, it is the complete opposite. I absolutely don't enjoy this track. I've always struggled here and because you try to set your car up for 1 and 2, but you go on a 3 and 4 and it's the complete opposite track. It's almost like a Darlington.
We've got a big-time battle as the 17 lays the bumper to the 18. And as this happens, as we saw in the Xfinity race, the guy who starts out with the lead drives away, and look at the gap that the 2 has extended on the field here.
Well, it's the Hornet's Nest is right behind the 2, and he's got to keep going. Don't look in that mirror. Just keep driving away. Just focus on what's in front of you.
Noticing this 5 here, he is not that great on entry to corner. So these guys really gain a lot of time on him on corner entry, but on corner exit, he just drives away from these guys.
He's a missile out, but it's like a mule in. It looks like it does not want to turn, but at the same time, we don't know his strategy. He could be on a long run car, a little tight. I know they do have to save, so when do they start saving? Are they lifting a little bit more? Are they trying to check up a little more? The 17 is going to make a move on the 5 here. I think he's going to try to get by him and try to get ahead of him and just try to run away with it.
You mentioned it being a hornet's nest. It is absolutely a hornet's nest. The field is within basically a second of each other. Look at this chaos back here.
Yeah, you can see that bright yellow car, the 12, and he's just got everybody. Even Blakey T and the 24 they're all under. You put a blanket over top of them, they're all warm. That's for sure.
Oh, some contact to back of the field. The 34 getting into it with the 11 just a little bit there. That 34 Wildcard Coyote, he's worth talking about. We started talking about him last week. He, didn't have the finish to show for it at Daytona, but he's sitting 3rd in the points right now. It's been an impressive season for that 34 of Wildcard Coyote.
Yeah, I truthfully and honestly, I picked him up, and I was like, you know what, man? I messaged him the day I picked him up. I was like, I have no idea how good you are. I have no idea on what your speeds are like. I said, if you show up and you perform, I said, you keep your ride. I said, if you don't, I said, I've got Mike to move up. And he goes, hey, and the next comment was, trust me, you'll like me. So.
Yeah, and a quick note about Wildcard Coyote. He just got through going to victory lane in the Millennium Challenger Series, which is notoriously one of the hardest series in league racing, at least that I've seen. That series is an absolute gauntlet to race based on the race specs and who all's in the series and that type of thing. But he got his first win in the Challenger Series at the Indy Oval on Tuesday night. So he's looking to etch another win into the win column for him.
Yeah, we come down to the Indy Oval, and I think just after the New Year. So hopefully he kept that whatever he did for the setup, because he's probably going to need it again. No, I'm watching the 18 and all these guys, man. They're just like pit bulls fighting over the same bone. Everybody wants the same spot and try to get ahead, because they know right when those two cars took off, they saw, and it's like, okay, either line up or battle and try to line up.
We do have a new entrant into the top 5 here, though, and it's our runner-up from last week, the 42 of Probably Your Dad. He was inches away from beating Mike G for the win at Auto Club last week, but he's already looking solid. And no one's really talking about him a lot, but they should be, because he's having a really great year so far. And mind you, he's up in the top 5, and he has some damage to that right front of that 42 Chevy.
Yeah, I'm wondering maybe if we see the damage from when they get wrecked in when the stages are done, but who knows, right? Yeah. Maybe it was a little contact with the wall earlier and decided just to fix it and probably just leave the fender on.
But yeah, it's a hornet's nest here for position number 5. As we're getting ready to have a battle for the lead, it's a couple of Black Bear Racing Fords that are going at it here, Chewy. If you want to call the battle for your drivers, you can do it.
I'm just gonna watch it. I'm a little stressed out because I like to see them win, either one of them win. We'll have to see them both win and cross the line at the same time. But these two guys, man, I knew they were going to be battling hard all season. I knew that coming into today's race, Sayo's got something to prove, that he's here to beat and here to stay. And first race, he wants to kind of prove that he belongs, right? So,
well, so here's the interesting thing here. I picked Heredia to win the race. He was my pick for tonight. But I also, and for the people out there in YouTube that aren't in our Discord, I picked long shot winners too. My long shot winner pick was Sayo. So both of my winner picks are 1 and 2 right now. The reason he's my long shot is because it's his first cup race, and he's also a rookie here in Cobra. Long shot is subjective, right? Because we have so many great talents here in our cup series. So it's really hard to call anyone a long shot. But it is his first race. And so the expectations, even though you just said you expected him to come out here and race for a win, his expectations in the eyes of the league isn't as high as they, might be here about a month later from now.
Yeah, it was nice to see last night. Tonight, Miss Soaps get our first win for our team. It was actually one of the kind of sweeter things. I got a message from one of my good buddies from another league, and he said, "Hey man, it's one of many this season," and I'm hoping it's one of many for tonight too. So.
We saw that 12 of Elite Precision get around the 18 of Cyber for 4th, and now he's starting to run down that 5 of Freedom Flyer. Should he be able to get around that 5, that puts Black Bear 1, 2, 3, which I know makes you happy.
Smiling ear to
ear,
now
we
buddy.
just need Wildcard to work his way through the field, or you do at least. I have no stake in this race.
Well, I've got my hands so deep in this bucket right now. I told Butters this beginning of this season, man, that all last season I said I tried my best to do what I got from picking up the team from Trav and from TCW, and I told him, I said this my first season was going to be a struggle. We had Mike G, and Mike G was a competitor, man. I truthfully enjoyed him. He was one of the greatest guys I could actually ask for as a teammate and as a driver. He helped out with everything we could. And then late in the season, I got a nice message from Sauce saying, "Hey, what would you trade Mike G for? I'm trying to go for the team championship. And I said, well, what do you got? And he offered me Klein, and then he offered me a whole bunch of picks and conditional picks if Mike G made the playoffs and if Sauce's team won the team championship. And lo and behold, it kind of turned out in my favor, and I really enjoyed it.
Did want to catch up to this here for just a minute. It is the debut for Taddy, as he missed the first couple weeks of the season, and it has been a tough start for him. I saw him get into some trouble in the back half of the pack about 10-15 laps ago. He's riding by himself now with a lot of front end damage to the right front of that number 37 Chevrolet Camaro, but it's a tough start to the year for him, and also just a lot of rough goings on for him in his life right now.
Yeah. I wouldn't leave him out, though. We still got one more stage. Taddy's a hard driver. I think he's going to, once that next stage comes and his car's fixed up, I think he's going to be a fighter. I think he's going to fight to that last lap. I think he's going to fight and probably be up there in the top 12. I think he'll make it up to top 12, maybe top 15.
So I'm noticing in the Discord a little bit that we have some issues with the 3 car maybe lagging a little bit. Let's see, I was trying to take a peek here at the YouTube comment section. I see Jose Protege in there. He just got through with an eventful Xfinity race. I see your Xfinity driver WRX Mike is sitting there in the chat. I also see Bomber down there. Denkate's in here. Thanks, guys, for tuning into the stream. Let's see what's going on here. WRX Mike saying, let's get the sweet black bear. So there you go. Denkate wanting to know where Sauce is. Sauce is currently running outside the top 10, but he was running up in the top 5 a little bit earlier in this race here. It's that 9 of Sauce over here on my end of things. WRX Mike saying top 2 drivers in the top 10 in Xfinity. Let's get another win, a multiple top 10 run tonight. Yeah. So there you go. 2 drivers in the top 10 in Xfinity. Let's get another win, a multiple top 10 run tonight. Sorry, I read that completely wrong. Oh, there's another hot seat that I forgot to mention that I'm just now getting to. The 8 of Just Ken filling in for Sludge tonight. I completely forgot about that.
How could you
Sludge was another guy. Sludge was another guy. He finished top 3 at Auto Club. But it's kind of been an interesting year. We've had guys, that are not really doing so hot, but others that are showing up at the right times. So we have some cars headed down pit road. Got the 11 of Marini on pit road. We got another driver on pit road, too, the 37 of Taddy. The 88 of Meat Wagon, a.k.a. Xander's. He's sitting on pit road right now, too, or getting ready to receive his first service of the day.
I believe Sauce just went.
Let's see, that 9 of Sauce, yes, as well as the 19 of P-Cola. The 7 of Memory is also down pit road, the 8 of Just Ken. And again, let's talk about another guy, the 7 of Memory. So far this year, it wasn't really, Auto Club wasn't really kind to the 7. As a matter of fact, he didn't race. It was Brinkerhoff in the 7. But Memory was the dominant car at Daytona. Now, he didn't get the win to show for it, but it was a really strong run for him. And so this is just another one of those guys that is absolutely killing it. See, Heredia is going to have to pit here within the next 2 to 3 laps. He's got his right side tires really kind of struggling. I don't believe he'll be able to run his fuel all the way out.
Yeah, the issue with Phoenix is that track just tears these tires up. Your right sides, 1 minute you're at 100, you run a couple laps, you take a look at it, and you're at like 80, and it's like, where do my tires go?
And there he goes. He's going to head for pit road as Sayo stays on the racetrack here. Yes, he heads for pit road there. And here comes Sayo for pit road now. Oh, he's coming in hot. Oh, I think he just got down to pit road speed. The 12 of Elite Precision on pit road. The 24 of Hamilton getting his first service. Elite Precision getting his first service. JCR Clashin. Who else is getting their first service of the race? Probably your dad is on pit road now. I don't quite know who has the lead, though.
I believe the 3... Oh, no. I thought the 3 lagged out. I'll take a look for you.
Could it be that 88 of Xander? Or no, it would be...
As of right now, from what Fire Slayer is showing, is the 43 of Blakey T is in the lead.
Blakey T is in the lead. I see the 18 of Cyber. He's on pit road for his first stop. See some right front damage to the 5 of Freedom Flyer. Not quite sure where he would have gotten that at. Blakey T just now taking his first stop of the evening. He is your series points leader right now. Let's not forget about him having a great season over at Rum Runners there, Chewy.
Yeah, Blakey's an excellent driver. He raced for Chase's team I think last year or so, and man, he was fast.
Championship 4 driver.
Yeah, I don't know where he gets the speed from, man, but he has it every single track we go to. He's just dominant. We've got about 19 laps to go or so.
Let me see who the current race leader is going to be when they cycle out. It is going to be...
Heredia,
it looks like. You jump over here to that 2. You see the gap he had there on Sayo pitting a lap earlier than him. Will he be able to hold that lead? I'm not sure. I'm trying to remember how tire wear works here. If new tires are that much better or not. I can't remember.
It depends on how you drive. If you're taking care of your stuff, it all depends on the driver. Jose, one guy that both me and Butters both know very well, dominant at Phoenix. To take care of his tires like it's a newborn baby, man. We has the speed from start to the end of the race. Was really fast when we came here to Canadian. And yeah, and then there's the drivers like myself and Jacob who just burn through the tires, and we're always trying to pick out Jose and give him us a setup. And he's like, guys, it's not the setup; it's just how I drive.
So you got those two that are still the front two, but then it's all to do back here for the third spot. Right now it belongs to Freedom Flyer, but you got Elite Precision who's also back here. Let me get over to that 12 real quick. He's back here in 4th. 5th is a battle between Clashin and Xander, and then you have P. Cola who's sitting there in 6th and talking about saving. You can't talk about a save race unless you're talking about that 19 of P. Cola. He's one of the better savers out there.
Yeah, that's for sure. He's one.
But the battle is on for that third spot. The 12 dives underneath the 5, looking for position number 3 on the racetrack. That would make it a Black Bear Racing 1, 2, 3 here in stage number 1. But the 5 continues the fight there on that outside lane, but I just don't think he's going to get it done. Here comes the 12 taking that dog leg, and I think he's going to clear the 5. He does.
Yeah. The outside lane works here, but the issue is if you're trying to save those tires just to last yourself to the end, do you really want to push that outside lane, or you want to just, hey, I'll fight for a little bit, but I'm not going to really fight entirely because I need to save my tires.
Yeah, I still, it's obvious that the 2 and the 17 appear to be the 2 strongest cars right now, but I still feel like it could be anyone's race. I mean, we just got through with the Xfinity race where it looked like Patton, Masopes, and Hamilton were the 3 strongest cars, and then a late race caution shaked everything up.
Yeah, that was the thing. Like, it was such a bad caution on my end. I did not mean it for it to happen. But yeah, the green white checker is always, it's like overtime in football and overtime in hockey, man. You never know. And the thing was, cautions breed cautions, and I got sent to the back. I had like 20 seconds of damage, and I just kind of laid back for the first one because I knew something was going to happen because everybody wants that same spot, and it's called first.
Yeah, as we approach 10 to go here in the stage, I said a few laps ago, are tires a big deal here? Yes, they are, because going for the race lead right now is that 17 of Cyogenic on his teammate, the 2 of Heredia. Will he get past it? I think he's going to. I think the question is not if, but when. It might be right here, though, as the 2's going to drift up the racetrack a little bit. The 17's going to stick the nose under right there. Will he get it to stick? Ooh, it's going to be close, but he can't quite get it done yet.
And they've got I think they're coming to 8 laps to go as well.
Yes, 8 laps to go.
It's on the inside of him.
There he goes to the inside of his teammate for the race lead. As they work off of 1 and 2, it's going to be the 17 that's going to take the lead. Now, if these 2 continue to battle for this lead, the other teammate is right there in third.
Oh, God. I think I'm going to have gray hairs after this race, Butter, so I'm going to be looking like as old as you are.
Yeah, I can see your point of view there. It's got to be nerve-wracking on your end.
So Elite Precision gets around Freedom Flyer for third there, but now the battle is for fourth. You got JCR Clashin, who's doing battle with the 5 of Freedom Flyer now, as they're fighting for a spot inside the top 5. It's been a really solid start to the year for Clashin as well. He doesn't have a win to show for it, but let's not forget he did win the shootout at Daytona in the preseason. So he has seen victory lane in Cobra this year, just not in a points-paying race yet. Sayo's going to start to gap Heredia here, it looks like a little bit. Just a little bit fresher tires.
There's 5 laps to go, and they're going to come to 4 laps to go. I don't know. I think Herdia's really stuck with him, though.
Yeah, I mean, it is a 1-lap difference, so you don't expect Sayo to pull away a big amount, but it is. It does matter. It obviously does matter. There is a lap car in front of them, which I believe, if I'm looking at that correctly, is the 34 of Wildcard Coyote. That's the top 3's other teammate. So you got 3 drivers that are 1, 2, 3, and then another driver who is finding it tough sledding right now. Opposite ends of the spectrum there. But it happens. Some guys have tough races, as we now have 3 laps to go.
I'll just turn up blind eye for this track. This track sucks. I don't know what else to say. I'm not a big fan of Phoenix. I really didn't enjoy it when they moved the start-finish line all the way over to into this corner. I loved it on the front stretch. It is what it is.
So now there's 2 laps to go. Does Heredia have anything else for Sayo here? Neither of these guys have won a stage. Of course, this is Sayo's first race in the Cup Series, but Heredia, 2 races in, no stage wins just yet. Their teammate of Elite Precision did win a stage at Auto Club, but look at Heredia. He's going to dance with his teammate here as they're going to come to the white flag here of stage number 2, looking for the win. Actually, Heredia did win stage 1, so I am misspeaking there, but he's looking to pick up another stage win He's going to force Sayo up the racetrack a little bit there, trying to take his line away. I think Sayo's going to have it here as they work down the back straightaway for the last time here in stage number 2. And off of the final corner, it's going to be Cyogenic winning his first career stage here in the Cobra E-Racing Cup Series. His teammate of Heredia will finish in second. Their teammate Elite Precision finishes third. It's going to be JCR Clash in fourth. Fifth to Freedom Flyer. Sixth to Cyber. Seventh to Blakey T. Eighth is going to go to Xander. And let's see if I can't get the other two. Ninth goes to P. Cola. 10th to probably your dad. I believe it is. Yes, that is correct.
And then 11th to Hamilton, 12th to Sauce, 13th to Slayer, 14th to Memory, 15th to Marini, 16th to Mike G, 17th to Chase, 18th to Taddy, 19th to Wildcard, and 20th would be, if Slayer can go back down, that'd be amazing, but 20th would be a car that's one lap down, so.
Just Ken.
Yeah, thank you. I just missed
So
it.
here we go, the start of the final stage here in the Cobra Cup Series. Cyogenic is going to start off with the lead. He's got his teammates in tow as they head down into turn number 1.
No, it's a 59 lap stent, so you gotta kind of pit almost two, maybe even three times if you're really gonna try to push it and try to get out and stay out. But this all depends on what your strategy is. I know a lot of these guys were going in trying to figure out where to save and when to save and how much you have to save.
Restarts are absolutely crazy here, and it's going to be the two of Heredia moving the teammate up a little bit, not hitting him, but moving him up the racetrack just a little bit, making it interesting. Here comes that 3 of JCR clashing, but the 2 closes the door.
Yeah, speaking of clash, that's what looking in the YouTube chat that Jose was saying that he believes that the 3 car is the best car out there so far. So keep your eyes on that 3 here, see if you can push these leaders.
The restart, not a good one for that 17 of Cyogenic. As we've seen at the beginning of this race, he started on pole, fell all the way back to the back end of the top 10. The short run is not Cyogenic's strong suit, but we've seen what he can do on that long run. And if we can stay green, he'll be a factor. But right now he's finding it tough sledding as the 5 and the 3 have gotten around him, and now he's side by side with that 88.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if maybe it's just it's like a Hornet's Nest now, right? Because that Hornet's Nest just moved all the way up, right up on their bumpers. The guy's going to be pushing hard in the corner, trying to get that little extra pump to this guy just to get by him. And even the guys, they're going to be a little more ballsy going to the corner. Take a 3 wide, why not, right? You have the chance. You're going pretty slow into 1 and 2. You have a chance to kind of hold that bottom flat, almost like it's a Martinsville or New Hampshire, and try to let it roll and maybe get the jump off of them.
Big time battling, though, inside the top 5 right now. I'm continually impressed, though, with this 5 of Freedom Flyer. He messaged me earlier and said, I'm not looking forward to tonight. This won't be a great race for me. But so far, considering how rough Daytona and Auto Club was for that 5 car, he is looking fantastic tonight. Great run for the 5. And this is really encouraging for me, knowing that he's driving for me over on the Millennium side of things over in Millennium. Really exciting to see him competing up front with some of the best names in the league racing scene here. This is great run for the 5. So as the field, kind of starts to spread out a little bit here, as we see the first retirement of the race, the 47 of Chase has called it a night. He will be credited with a 20th place finish as that hot seat run will come to an end.
That engine, he just put a grenade in that engine, man. That's all it is.
But, as the field starts to spread out a little bit, actually, let me jump up here to this battle for the race lead. Jose sitting in the chat talking about that 3 being the best car. He's starting to run Heredia down just a little bit here. That 3 looked really good on the short run, but we remember in stage 1 how quickly he had to back his pace off, but he's already rebounded.
Yeah, he rolls corners really well, and he comes off like a bullet out of 3 and 4. 1 and 2, he rolls it really well, I think, and he has the draft from the 2, and he gets the push from the 5. I think he might be able to get him if that 5 goes with it, but I think the 5's kind of looking to go with the 2 even a little more.
Let's not forget that 5 has his teammate, as his teammate gets into him just a little bit there, but Sayo's going to get into the 88, so they're 3 wide there off of 3 and 4. Maybe that 17 starting to come to life just a little bit here.
The 3 look to the inside of the 2. You still look on the inside. He might be there. Oh, just.
As they continue to battle here inside the top 5, I wanted to get, as the 5 works to the inside of the 3, we've talked a little bit about your Cup team, your Xfinity team. Since this is the first time we've had you up in the booth this year, talk a little bit about your truck team. And I know you recruited Klein to kind of run your truck team a little bit, but tell me a little bit about that truck team of yours. Klein's a great guy. I've worked with him and been teammates with him a couple different times. He's a great guy. So you picked a great guy to kind of head up your truck team, and you just moved him down to the truck series. We'll see him in the next race. So tell me about that truck team a little bit.
Yeah, I got Klein out of the trade with Sauce last year. I messaged him saying, hey, I'm going to pick you up this season for the Xfinity. He goes, the first message was, why? And then he goes, okay. And I kind of said, hey, we're going to have a truck team. So I was wondering if you were interested. Just because of my job and stuff, I'm not always available to get to my phone and stuff. And he's kind of my right-hand man. And yeah, when the opportunity came to pick up Sayo, and he was kind of the first one I messaged. I said, hey, would you be okay if dropping the trucks? And he goes, all he said was, hell yeah, let's go for it. Let's go for these wins now. And it kind of showed that like he was going to be a great competitor and a great leader for that truck team, kind of get everybody on track and compete. It sucked having the drop cushion pushing. It was between him and Bomber, and just kind of came down to it. But yeah, even the team name, me and Klein, I think we talked for about 3 or 4 days about it, and then we were extended to like Cup Racing or something like that. And I think I had just watched Talladega Nights, and I mentioned to him, I said, you know what, man, let's have fun with this. Everyone's kind of going with serious names, and all I know from the trucks is somebody's name and racing, and I said, let's go with Mike Concho Racing, and we absolutely loved it, and the guys loved it, so that's what we stuck with. Mike Concho Racing for the truck team, and it's run by Klein, the real Mike Concho. Ooh, and the 3 and the 18 got into each other.
Oh, contact between the 3 and the 88.
There's all kinds of going on here.
Yeah,
the 88 and the 3 are getting at it here. They've been going at it for the past couple laps, and one of them finally got tired of the other, and they're wrecking here on the front stretch. Will we get a caution?
No caution, though. They're still going. But yeah, that 3 just kind of, I don't know what's going on. He's dropping in the back now. He's kind of just coasting. I don't know maybe if he got loose down the back out of turn 2, but man, oh man, that did not look pretty, that's for sure.
Those 2 had kind of been going at it, the 3 and the 88, and the 88 again having another one of those situations that's just incredibly unfortunate. I don't know where it really got started, but the 3 and the 88 not happy with each other in the least bit. And it's the 88 that's really paying a lot of the price for that one. That 88 just cannot catch a break this year.
Well, that's the thing. You either have that horseshoe, or that horseshoe's not even close to being with you yet.
And now that we've got some laps on these tires, look at this 17. He's going to jump to the inside of the 2 of Heredia. Look at Cyogenic go for that lead.
That 5 still trying to stick with him. He's got to stay in that 12's draft to keep up, but I think the issue is now he doesn't have help from anybody else. That 12 will go with the 2, knowing that they're teammates, so he's got to kind of hope and pray these 3 the 3 musketeers right now don't start fighting each other. In my head, they look like the 3 stooges, because I feel like one of them are going to make a move, and it's going to cost everything. Cool minds, please.
I think you've got 3 pretty solid racers here, though. I don't see any of them making a move to jeopardize one or the other. They might race a little hard, but they're not going to wreck each other. I just don't see that happening. But it's going on back here. Hang on just a second. Big battle for 5th. The 19 of Picola, the 43 of Blakey T, the 9 of Sauce, the 20 of Mike G is involved in this. And look who is sitting back there with them, that 34 of Wildcard Coyote. Big rebound for that 34.
I love that 34 paint scheme, man. I was so happy.
Oh, netcode! Big time netcode between the 9 and the 34. 34's in the wall, so he's going to have to battle back up here to these guys, but that was a very, very certain classic case of netcode there between the 9 and the 34. Certainly no ill intentions with that, but the 34 comes out on the short end of the stick with that. But he seems to have righted the ship, and he didn't lose any spots out of it, so he's kind of holding serve. But you got the 3 Black Bear Racing Fords running nose to tail here, being followed, rather closely by this 5 of Freedom Flyer. Now, if someone were to come up here and make it interesting and battle hard, it would be that 5 of Freedom Flyer, but I don't know that he's quite on the level of these guys right now.
I think his biggest struggle right now is catching the draft down the straights. The three of these guys are just lined up on the straights. They're not trying to pass each other right yet. They're kind of just sitting still, holding that line straight. And I feel like Free could just get that draft. I think he'll be up there battling for the top 4, maybe even top 2. I feel like he's got a fast car. But it's the long run that counts, man.
Now, Marini has won in 2 separate series this year. He won a Super Truck race and he won the Xfinity race at Daytona, both at Daytona. But we don't have a repeat winner yet, and it might be a while before we have a repeat winner. That's what makes this series so incredible to me, and really this whole league, because we don't have a repeat winner. Patton was getting ready to make it happen tonight, but a late race caution kind of messed that up. But that's what makes this so interesting here, guys. Butters, what do you have your eye on right now?
Riding around with Freedom Flyer right now, running what, 4th? Yeah, in the 4th spot. Yep. So I got camera view on him, looking forward at the 3. The first, second, and third there in front of him. So.
Yeah, I certainly understand the anxiety that you have watching your top 3, your top 3 drivers here, running 1, 2, and 3. Sitting there on Tuesday watching the Challenger race, watching my 2 guys duke it out, and man, I'll tell you what, that was heartbreaking the way that their races ended. But already we see some guys on pit road. The 11 of Marini sitting there on pit road for his service. The 19 of Picola is on pit road. Trying to see, is there anyone else on pit road yet? No, but pit stops already starting to happen here, Chewy.
Yeah, it's coming around that time. They got about 8 laps or so of fuel. Their tire's going to be around 20% for that right rear, maybe a little higher. Who knows? Depends on how you take these corners. If you're driving it and it's squealing like a pig, or if you're driving it nice and soft and trying to maintain it, not burn it off.
See, other pit stops going on right now are absolutely none. No one else has made it to pit road yet.
Oh, it's such a long pit road too, right? So the 24 had just pitted.
It is Hamilton, who had a really strong run going in the Xfinity Series tonight, finished in a P3 at his home racetrack here at Phoenix. Got some more cars on pit road. Who else is on pit road? The 3 of JCR Clashin, the 37 of Taddy is on pit road, the 34 of Wildcard Coyote, the 8 of Just Ken, the 16 of Fire Slayer, the 7 of Memory. All those guys headed for pit road right now. Mike G in the 20 as well. But you can expect the 17, and the 2's going to come with them. So is the 12. However, the 5 of Freedom Flyer is going to stay out on the racetrack, and this is a crucial move by this 5, as he'll have 1 lap fresher tires compared to the other racers.
Yeah.
The question is, though, can he make it? I don't know if he can make it back around.
The thing is now you got the 3 teammates coming in all together almost at the same exact time. The 12 really caught up a lot for that pit. He got a really good jump and then got to the pit road as quick as he could. So these guys are going to come out almost at the same exact time. It's going to be a tough fight for that 5 if he can't get ahead.
The 9 of Sauce, the 43 of Blakey T, 34 of Wildcard Coyote, the 88 of Xander. We've got all kinds of guys on pit road getting their next service, and we might have one more pit stop after this, yeah?
Yeah, we should. And right now, the 42 is in the lead.
The 18 of Cyber is in for his stop.
I believe the 42 just went for his stop as well. Yeah.
How about this, though? The 17 and the 2 are side by side here on the racetrack. They came off pit road nose to tail, and now they're side by side. Sorry, I was just checking something out real quick. I'm sorry I wasn't talking.
And the lead just switched over back to Sayo. The 42 is only during his pit stop, so they have 23 laps to go with about 33 laps fuel, and then
they should be making it. It's going to be close on tires, but they should be able to make it.
So now it all depends on who can save the tires and who can't. And then, truthfully, I think the one to watch right now is the 19 Piccola. He's really good at saving tires and really good at saving gas, so I think he'll be up there around the top 10.
Yeah, he's been hounding that 5 of Freedom Flyer for the last couple laps here. Can he get around him, though? That's the main question. You got Blakey T sitting there in 6th, Mike G 7th, Sauce is 8th. And so that's what we have going on right now. So that's what we have going on right now, Chewy.
Yeah, I'm just little stressing out, but also excitement.
The battle is on for second, though. You got the 2 of Heredia with some battling from the 12 of Elite Precision. Some teammates going at it there. Looks like Elite might have the better car right now.
That 5 got away from the 19 a little bit. That's for sure.
Yeah.
So I don't know what P's got up his sleeve, man, but it's always an ace. That's for sure. He's always holding something that end of the race he's always there, ready to battle, and somehow has the freshest tires.
Either that or he puts something into his setup that's just a little bit better than that, too, as he clears him for position number 2.
He's got some rocket fuel in there, that's for sure.
It's what it certainly looks like at this point, as Sayo is also just pulling away from these guys. The 5 pulled away from the 19, but I'm sitting here and I'm like, man, this 19 has to be saving a little bit, because he was right there with the 5. They were on the same plane. They were nose to tail.
I'm wondering if that's what his plan is, just kind of save those tires for the end and make a good hard push to the 5 when the 5 just kind of runs his stuff. He saves it and kind of saves a little bit of tire, and then makes a strong push when the tires start to fall off.
We're approaching about 15 laps to go here. As the 12 begins to gap this 2 a little bit there, Chewy.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that 11 got into the wall. And the 11 made contact with the 17. I don't know if that's going to give him any damage. It did slow him down, though, that's for sure. That 17's got a little bit of nose damage.
Yeah, and that brought the second and third place cars to him, and around the 17 goes to the 12, as they're going to battle it out here for the race lead.
I think that 17's got a little bit of nose damage, so it's going to start to push now.
Let's go on board with that 17. I'm not seeing any, though. His car's clean on my view.
Right front's pushed in just a little bit. You can see it off the hood.
I am not seeing it off the hood, but that's probably just an issue on my end.
I know he made slight contact. I don't know how much contact, so...
I happened to be looking away from my screen there for when that happened. But it's Elite Precision getting away with that lead. But it's still nose to tail. I don't know that we've ever seen anything like this in Cobra before. 3 teammates, nose to tail, with about 10 laps to go. This is going to be interesting.
Just don't wreck each other, please. I'm already got gray hairs. I don't need any more. Yeah, I don't know what Heredia did on that stop, but it just doesn't seem like he has the speed to keep up unless he's kind of saving it and letting them tow him in the drafts.
The 17 hasn't let that 12 go just yet, as we are now inside 10 laps to go. Just trying to see what else going on back here. It's still Freedom Flyer there in fourth, but
17's making a move on the inside.
it is a battle for these two.
I think they're evenly matched. I don't think one of them has the upper hand. I think they're evenly matched on speed. That 2 caught right back up as they were battling.
Believe we have 5 laps to go. Maybe 6. I can't, unless my math is off.
The 12's looking the inside. Just not quite there yet.
Believe 4 to go. Maybe 5. I don't know. My math might be off.
Please put the camera on the lead battle, please.
"12 looking to the inside. He's there.
Yep, 4 to go. This is going to be 4 to go right here.
Just by a nose, the 12 is there. 2 does. I don't know who Herdia wants to help, because it's teammate or a teammate. That's for sure.
No, Heredia probably has more knowledge of who the 17 is versus the 12, but you never really know. This is a brand new teammate for Heredia, while Elite's been here the whole time. So they're going to approach 3 laps to go here.
17 just closed that door on the 12 as they going into the line. 12's taking that dog leg all the way down. He's looking for that run. He's back to the inside, kind of driving it deep. Ooh, makes a little contact with the 17. He's getting into the inside of the. Oh, that 2's coming back up. He's saying, "Hey boys, I'm back."
This is a 3-wide battle. There's going to be 2 laps to go here. The teammates from Black Bear Racing, 3 wide at the line with 2 laps to go.
The 12 backed out just a bit. The Herdia's going all the way down. The 12 made a little contact of the wall. The 17 back to the lead.
It's Cyogenic back to the lead. They've swapped spots again here. Down the back straightaway they go for the penultimate time as they head into 3 and 4. The white flag is going to be in the air for the 17 of Cyogenic. What do his teammates have in store for him? They work their way down the front stretch and into turn number 1. It's Cyogenic with the lead. Heredia rides in the 2nd spot. It's Elite Precision riding in the 3rd spot. And look who started to come back to them. The 4 of Freedom Flyer is going to be there. But it's not going to be enough time. The 17 appears to be riding off into the sunset. Heredia is going to throw it into the corner. A little contact is made. It's not going to be enough, though. The 17 of Cyogenic wins his first race. And it's going to be second going to, I believe, Heredia.
I think
third,
Heredia got
Elite
it.
Precision. 4th is Freedom Flyer. And I believe 5th is going to end up going to P-Cola. We'll see.
5th to P-Cola, 6th to Blakey T, 7th to Mike G. And then
8th is probably your dad. 9th is Hamilton. Fire Slayer comes home in P10. So we'll get the top 3 up in here. Fastest lap goes to Cyogenic. So we'll wait for the top 3 to join. Certainly a blue-collar night, though, for your team there, Chewy. The perfect night to join the broadcast.
Yeah, I messaged Butters. I was like, he's like, do you want to? He goes, why, you bored? I said, I just don't want to bother my drivers. And speak of the devil, I was in here.
We're gonna go from 3 to 1. So I'm gonna wait for Elite and Heredia to jump in here too. If they end up coming through.
I'll shoot them a message. Well, there's one more. And there's a third one.
All right, let's fire up these post-race interviews. Let's go ahead and address the elephant in the room. It was a dominating night for the guys over at Black Bear Racing, finishing it up 1, 2, and 3. We're going to go ahead and start with our third-place driver, the 12 of Elite Precision. And, man, it was a really, really solid night for you. You're in the top 5 all night. Appeared to have a really strong car there at the end. It looked like a really fun battle there with your teammates. Tell me about your night.
Man, that was I was just telling Heredia that was some of the best racing I had in a good minute, man. I was wild. It looked like we had the best cars in the field, and I was worried about tire life coming into this race, but it wasn't as big of a deal as I thought it was going to be. And I was just trailing Heredia and Sayo the whole race, and got to them during that last stage, and the race was on, and man, it was just, I can't even process what just happened. It was just such a good race, and hope to have more good racing like that going forward. It was just wow.
Did you feel like you had the best car there at the end compared to your teammates, or were you just there to have fun and race with them?
Nah, I was gaining on the 2, but the 17, Sayo, he was kind of slowly chipping away from me there at the end. He said he just I think he probably, if anybody had the best car overall, it was probably him, then just Heredia, then me. Like I said, I was trailing them the whole race, and just trying my best to stay with them and stuff. So yeah, I was trying to just hit my marks every lap and just hope that one of them will mess up. And man, when I wouldn't have never got to her Sayo if that 11 if he didn't run into 11. I know that was kind of unfortunate for him. And then after that happened, it was a race, and just a wild finish there at the end.
Now, I remember talking to you a little bit before the race tonight. You were like, I don't know if I'll finish top 5. And I said, you'll finish top 5. And look at that, you finished top 5. So, you won a stage last week. You didn't quite get that podium last week. Another top 5 finish for you. As a matter of fact, you might end up being the points leader after tonight. We'll have to see. Blakey T had a pretty decent night, too. So, we'll see where you're sitting at in the point standings. But it's a great start for you, at least, despite Daytona not being what you wanted it to be. Butters, you got anything for our third-place finisher of Elite Precision?
Just congratulations, man. Finally get a chance to chat with you. I just want to welcome you. I know we're in our 3rd week, but just want to officially welcome you in the Cobra. And congratulations, man, on the run tonight. It was good racing out there.
Thanks, man. I'm enjoying it so far. Appreciate it.
For the sake of time purposes, I'm going to go ahead and move on to our second place finisher. That is the 2 of Heredia. And, man, again, just an immense battle there with your teammates at the end. Did you feel like you had the best car of the 3? And kind of tell me about your night. It was a really great night for the team, it looked like.
Damn, man, I wish something a little harder, maybe wallbang, Paul Chastain or something. But yeah, it was a good race. I think Sayo had the best overall car. I think his car, him and the Elite had a really good short run and medium car, and Sayo was just able to hold on a little bit longer. I think long run I was as good or as a little bit better than Sayo as I caught back up to him before pit stops. But like, man, once the pit stops came in, I don't know what the car was doing. It was a little too tight, and then they passed me, and then we got the Mickey of the 11, like almost destroying Sayo. So that's why the battle came in. But it was a good battle, really good battle. One of the best races I had in a while. So glad you caught that. Hopefully.
So kind of like Elite, you've not quite had the start to the year, like the draft-dependent tracks, but you've been solid. It's not been what you're looking for, considering that you and Elite are 2 of the top drivers in this league as a whole. This must have felt good to get back on track for you guys.
Yeah, just start the moment. That's what we gotta do. 1, 2, 3 is very solid for us.
Well, Butters, do you have anything for our second place finisher of Heredia?
Oh, just like I've been saying, everybody, man, just congratulations.
I believe we lost you there, Butters. You might have to say it again.
You got me?
Yep, we got you now.
Okay. As I just said, Heredia, just congratulations, strong run. I just want to welcome you to Cobra. I don't think I did talk to you in the rookie race, but yeah, glad to have you in the league. Strong run. Looking forward to chatting with you a little more throughout the season here in these post-race interviews. So, glad to have you, man.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
So you just heard from our second place finisher of Heredia. Now we're going to jump over to our race winner, and we haven't talked to you just yet this year, but you're a brand new addition to the Cup team for Black Bear Racing, and you win in your very first race. First of all, welcome to Cobra there, Sayo, and congratulations on the win tonight. Kind of tell me about it. It looked like you and your teammates were the top guys out there tonight.
Yeah, me, the 2 and the 12 were definitely the fastest cars all day. It was kind of sketchy in the beginning stages because everyone was packed up, saving tires and whatnot, and it was little hard to tell who really had the fast cars. The Chevys were, I think, a little bit better on the short runs overall, but towards the end of the runs, it was always me, Heredia, and Elite at the front. Heredia, I think he had a little bit of a tighter setup because he was always right on me at the end of the run, but I knew I had a little bit on him on the short run, so that last 20 lap run to the end, I knew I was going to have the speed to pull away, but something happened with a lapper that made it close, but it was a really fun battle at the end with my teammates.
Yeah, kind of tell me a little bit about what went through your mind there when you had that little dust up with the 11. Was it kind of just you didn't know where he was going to go, or kind of what happened there?
Yeah, it looked like he was going to stay up on the wall and just let me go by, but I guess he realized it was just enough time to make it to pit road, so he just slashed down. But it was a little too late, so I had to check up big time, and I lost whatever lead I had. And the 12 got a run on me, and he was able to pass me, and me and him and Heredia were just battling to the checker flag. It's really crazy.
So, Butters, you got anything for our race winner of Cyogenic?
Yeah, buddy. What a run! To get signed off the truck team as independent. You got picked up through the waivers back to Black Bear. You got put with a very strong team, yep. and yeah, I mean, what can I say? Everybody had big things to say about you when you were wanting to join, and coming through the ranks as far as coming through the trucks before you hit waivers. But yeah, man, I'm glad to have you in the league. Like I said a little earlier, I think guys, the word out about Cobra, and I think they want to race the best guys in this game. So, it's cool to you guys to show up every week, and congratulations tonight, man, on that W.
Thank you, thank you.
Well, so I'm going to let Butters wrap it up here. I'm going to go ahead and end my end of the stream. But I'm going to let Butters finish up over there on the Cobra YouTube, and I'm going to head out for the truck races. Congratulations to our top 3 finishers of Cyogenic, Heredia, and Elite, the Black Bear Racing trio. But from me, it's a good night.
Yeah, we'll wrap it up here tonight, guys, with the with the Cup cars. I believe Sauce and Brink will be coming at you here with the trucks, and I'm think it's going to be streamed. You guys will be streaming it. Yet that we still have a little bit of technical difficulties on our YouTube end here yet, trying to get.
Both Sauce and I will probably end up streaming it.
Yeah,
so whichever one of our YouTube you want to use. I tend to do an in-car cam review on mine, and Sauce does the typical TV views.
There you go. There you have it, guys. So look forward to those guys coming back. They'll bring a truck race, and till then, we'll see you guys 2 weeks from tonight from Mid-Ohio, our first course race of the year. So everybody, if you talk to anybody, have a happy Thanksgiving and a safe Thanksgiving, and we'll see you guys in 2 weeks.